is Sherrice Stephen, and I'm a VRT, which stands for Vision Rehabilitation Therapist, and an OMS, which stands for Orientation of Ability Specialist. And welcome to a day in my life. So I've been an orientation of ability specialist for about 3.5 years now. I work with participants of all ages and backgrounds, working on different skills for them to travel safely and independently. So typically I see about 3 participants a day. The lessons vary from, I would say, about an hour to 4 hours, just depending again on the lesson that we're doing for the day. Today I'll be working with 3 participants within the Manhattan area. So let's get started. So for today, what is the plan?
The plan today is to go to the Android High School library. 2017, that's when I started having mobility services at school. Then at 2021, I received mobility services from the commission. It helps me to travel individually to my work or my internship, and it gives me more freedom and it makes me safe.
I don't have a preference in terms of like which age group I enjoy working with. I enjoy working with everyone. I definitely won't use the same approach that I would use with say a child or a teenager, like an Ishmael age group, versus what I would use with an adult or an older adult. They'll look at me like, I'm not a child. Just getting to know the person, getting to build a rapport with the individual. So that's always the best experience that I have like as an instructor.
So what do you think we have to do? Cross the street, all right? So the closest crossing, we want to go back.
A typical day, I probably would schedule a VRT lesson and then 2 mobility lessons, or 2 VRT and 1 O&M lesson. So it really just depends on the lesson. Every day is so different. And I also get an opportunity to learn about different areas, different stores, different foods. And I really just enjoyed that aspect as well. Mr. Hilbert, such a great soul. We were working on ascending and descending the stairs. So we're just working on the techniques. That way he will be able to do it safely. So overall experience, I would say, older adults is a lot more consideration, and how you teach them may be also different. The individual that I'm working with, they're the ones in control of their lesson. I'm just want to guide them through the experience because they're going to be the ones traveling outdoors and indoors and different environments on their own. So I want them to be the one to lead in the sense, and I'd be there to guide them. I definitely appreciate the moments that you get to interact with my older adult participants. They have a lot more stories, a lot more wisdom to share, and I definitely appreciate the rapport that we do establish during the lesson.
My name is Hilbert 12, and I've been doing mobility training for about 4 years.
So useful, she explained everything to me. That's what I love for her.
So in this lesson today with Mr. Gilbert, we actually took the opportunity to orient ourselves to the layout of the train station, and that's particularly the FM train. It's not far away from the Sellis Manor. And we also addressed knowing where to stand, how to protect yourself along the platform. We talked about the truncated domes, those detectable warning signs right at the edge of the platform. All those information which are so useful for his travel. Sometimes people are not paying attention, so I always talk about like how to position that cane, especially in crowded environments, and how to position yourself, especially in the platform. I mentioned to Mr. Gilbert of like putting his back against the wall, something stationary.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gilbert Skinner. I've been dealing with vision for altogether about maybe 5 to 7 to 8 years. It took me a minute as my vision was starting to decrease to really realize how helpful it is to use my cane and to learn just the regular coping skills from day to day so I can get my independence back. And it's been, well, so far so good. We're visually impaired. We still want to try to keep that, I don't need it, I can do it. It's not for you yourself, but it's for others around you. People around you, they don't realize your vision loss. And in the world we live in, We have an example when we're coming from the train. People are not paying attention. So if people see you with it, it protects you and it protects others. Before, when I was, one day I'll use it, next minute I wouldn't, because of the quote unquote of the look of it or the perception of others. I had some experiences like, I gotta stop worrying about how people look at me and worry about what am I gonna do to save myself. So when I started using it, now I don't go no place without it. I'm like the American Express. You can't leave home without it. Somebody asked me before, do I realize how my vision impairment or my blindness affects me? And it amazed me because nobody really came at me like that. And I have to be honest, when you need help, you have to get the things you need to get the help. It doesn't make you helpless to ask for help. And my cane helps me so I can help others.
Hi everyone, this is Sherrice, and I just want to thank you for joining me along in a day in my life as an O&M instructor. I hope you enjoyed a little snippets of my experience.
Vision's services for the blind and visually impaired.